My name is McGeogh. I'm a volunteer for the Macular Society. I'm going to do a presentation that will help make life easier with some simple kit, some gadgets and tips that will make life easier for those with sight loss and hopefully boost their confidence and help them regain independence. I will start off with the front door. One of the things when you come to your front door is you can't find where to put the key in. So simple idea is you're feeling around, it's in the dark, you can't find it. However, there's pads of bump-ons, and these bump-ons, you can peel them off. They're tactile, and what you do, they're about the size of your little fingernail, you peel one off and you attach it just above where the key goes into the hole, like that. You can see it on the background there, so you can feel it. Once you've felt where the key goes in the hole, now is the problem of finding which key is for the front door. You don't know which is for the back door. Simple ideas of kit available is, if it's a Yale key, you can get a slightly tactile colored bit that fits over the end of the Yale key, and you can feel that's your front door key. Like this one, I've got a different color on the back door key, so I know which is front and back. Additionally, if it's dark and I'm trying to fiddle around and find that, there's a little torch that fits in your key ring. You can buy these, they're about 8 in a pack, less than £10. And if you switch it on, it just shows a little light and it helps you to find the key. What happens if you don't have Yale keys? You have different types of keys. I've got two here that are similar to each other, but you can get tags. There are many different colored tags which you can use, blue, red, yellow, green, and you just put a different colored tag in each one. So if you put a red one on the key for the front door, and maybe a green one for the back door or side door or whatever. They're just simple ideas to help you get into your house or to lock your doors. When you move into the house, you're searching around for the light and you know where it is roughly, but you can't see it and you can't find it. Again, these bump-ons are tactile. You just peel one on and you stick it right where the light switch is. Then you can feel for it and you know that's where the switch is and you switch it on. These bump-ons have many uses throughout the house. If you're trying to plug a plug into a socket, you can't tell exactly where it is you've got to plug it in. If you put one of these just above the 3-pin, the large pin, the earth pin, you can feel where it is, and then you get the large pin and just plug it in. They have many uses throughout the house. I will come to those as we get through. Other ideas is in the bathroom or in your kitchen is trying to find tins, bottles, jars, things like that. Simple ideas. A little pack of girls' colored hairbands costs about £1. They come in many different colors. Say in the bathroom, you have conditioner on one side and shampoo on the other, and you can't see or tell which is which. If you put, say, a red one on one and a blue one on the other, or a green, whatever color suits you, that will help you identify which is which. So you won't be washing your hair continually with conditioner. Additionally, in the bathroom, sometimes you have the toothpaste, you have hand creams, you have other things like that, and maybe even Savlon or something like that. If you mark them, if someone happens to put Savlon down beside the toothpaste and you haven't marked them and you don't know it's there, I know someone who's picked Savlon up and cleaned his teeth with Savlon, and he said it's not a very nice taste. So it's just simple ideas. You either use girls' colored hairbands or you can buy colored elastic bands, whatever suits you. And as we get into the kitchen, we'll talk more about those. While I'm in the bathroom, there is another band. It's a tactile type band, which has got a little slit on the front. It's slightly different feel to it than the tactile bits around the side. And if you fit that directly where the nozzle is, then you know that's where the spray is going to come out, so you can use it as a spray. These come in several different colors, and there are various types of tactile settings on them, so they're easy to use. As we get in the kitchen, there's a cupboard, and it's full of jars, bottles and things, and you haven't got a clue. It could be a tin of baked beans, it could be peas, you haven't got a clue what it is. Again, these colored bands help you to find them once you know which color you put on whichever one. Also, in the kitchen, these bump-ons are very good, or in the utility room. For instance, your washing machine. Normally, most people wash with one setting. So if you peel one of these off, stick it where that setting is, and when you turn the dial around, you can feel where that setting is, then you know the machine's ready to go. Similarly, in the kitchen with cookers, you can turn it up to whatever setting you normally use, or if you've got a microwave that's got a dial type setting, similarly, most people use only the one setting or two, but you can get different colors of these. And if you put one of these, just stick it where that setting is, you just turn the dial around. So these little bump-ons have many different uses throughout the house. The kitchen can be a very dangerous place, so you need to be careful not to burn yourself, scald yourself, or other things. And for instance, I've got a white cup on a white chopping board. Now that's very difficult to see. If I was trying to make myself a cup of tea with that, I'd have great difficulty. Use color contrast, try a different color. So I will use a red one, maybe sit it on there and I can see roughly where it is. With a little gadget called a liquid level indicator, if I put that inside the cup and I pour the hot water to make myself a cup of tea into the cup, this liquid level indicator has got 3 pins, 2 are lower and a third one slightly higher up. It sits nicely inside the cup, and when I pour the water in, it makes a noise. So I know I've got enough hot water in there to make me a cup of tea. Now I want to add some milk. And it makes a different noise. It's a louder noise. So then I know I've got enough milk and hot water in. I'm not going to spill it all over the place, and I'm not going to scald myself. That's called a liquid level indicator. We talked about different chopping boards. There are many different colors you can buy, some larger than this, some smaller. So if you're chopping something in the kitchen, you wouldn't chop a piece of red meat on a red chopping board because you're likely to chop your fingers off. However, if you use a white chopping board, then you can see where the meat is and start chopping it. Similarly, you wouldn't chop fish, potatoes, onions on a white chopping board. You'd use a different color. So color contrast helps you see things easier. Also in the cupboard in the kitchen, if you've got a bag of flour, it could be self-raising flour, normal flour, it could be sugar, anything else, and you've opened it and you haven't used it all, there's these little colored clips. They come in various sizes, so you can seal the top of the bag over and just clip it so that you've kept everything safe. And if you know what color you put on whichever one, then it's there the next time you want to use it. So they're easy to identify. The kitchen is very dangerous, especially in the oven. And there's some simple things that can help you. This is a shelf oven guard. They come in a pack of 2 and it fits over the shelf. I'll show you how it fits. It fits like that over the shelf of the oven. So when you put your hand into the oven to get something out, you can have oven gloves on or not, but you're not going to burn yourself. This will withstand heat up to 250 degrees C. Additionally, you've got this red mat. You can put this in a roasting tray and it will stand heat up to 230 degrees C. So that when you have, say, potatoes in for roasting, or it could be onions or whatever it is, it could be chicken, you can see and you can turn them over easy because they're on a setting that you can see, and you're not going to burn yourself if you happen to touch it. The other thing in the kitchen is sometimes saucepan handles get very hot. You can get heat shrink in different sizes. You can buy it, you slide it over the saucepan handle, get your hairdryer out, run it up and down, and it will fit neatly onto the handle so you don't burn yourself. Also in your kitchen, someone might have been in before you and left the cabinet door ajar, and you bump your head every time you walk into it. A little bit of gaffer tape on the side of the door, and you can use this in any door within the house that maybe you have problems seeing. Just put a little bit on the side and it will automatically catch your attention. You'll know that the door is open. There are several different colors of gaffer tape. There's also a blue and a yellow one. If these elastic bands are not big enough to mark some things in your cabinet, you can use bits of gaffer tape to mark them. Like this little black torch. I've put some red gaffer tape around it because I know you ladies, when you get into your handbag, the liner of the handbag is black. Everything else in the handbag is, you've got a black purse, probably a black phone, black little torch. You can't see it. Color contrast. Change your purse to a red one, get a different color torch, or mark the torch with gaffer tape. Gaffer tape is also very handy if there is a trip hazard in your house. You can put it over the trip hazard just a little bit so it catches your eye. You can see that there's a trip hazard there and you won't fall over. Additionally, if you've got stairs in your house and you're stood at the top of the stairs and you look down, it's like one big long tunnel. You can't see where each step is. Again, using gaffer tape, a little bit on the front of each step, you will see where the step is. It will catch your attention. Also, in your cupboard, if you need both hands free, you have this little light. And you can open the cupboard door and you can move your head around and you can find things in the cupboard. It's got 2 intensities. That one is very direct, and this one is much wider view. So it's got its uses. This has also got its uses for hobbies, if you've got a hobby. And this magnifier, if you fit it over your neck, the string, put it on your chest, you can get the little torch shining down where you want to. And if you're doing embroidery or whatever hobby it might be, you've got both hands free, whatever your hobby may be, to continue. So again, it's got a number of uses. A simple idea, a little torch, gives you both hands free. Magnifiers. There are several different types of magnifiers. Too many to mention. I've got a few here that I use. This one's got a light on it. But people say to me, my magnifier is not strong enough. Well, the bigger the magnification, the less you can actually read or see with it. So basically what you need is ask your eye clinic to organize a low vision assessment for you. They should be able to get you an appointment for a low vision assessment. That way, you'll be told what size magnification you need. Obviously, with magnification and reading, you need larger print. So you can get big print books. This is a large print word search. You can get crossword, large print crossword, Sudoku, large print diaries. So again, large print. What's also essential is lighting. You need really good lighting if you've got sight loss, and you need task lighting. There are several different types of task lighting that can be bought, but you must have good lighting for whatever it is you're going to do. And I've just got a few small examples here. This is a very small example. You can put this down on something, light it. There's two different levels of light. So it depends where it is and what lighting you need at the time. It's convenient because it's small, it'll fit in your handbag, fit in your pocket. If you're out in a restaurant where it's very dark, it's an ideal thing to get out just to read the menu. There's a slightly larger one here. If you've got a task on the table, it's got a little stand, it'll sit on a stand. It's a task light, but these are small task lights. So there are several different types of task lights can be used. Additionally, if you're out in the sun, a tennis type hat. It will keep the sun out of your eyes, your head won't get too warm, but it really helps because it is very difficult with strong sunshine and it really blinds you. Again, you can buy over glasses to go over your glasses. These ones cut out UV light, and you may be sitting in a car at night with the blue lights on the newer cars that really blind you, get to you. This will cut out that blue light. Here, I've got some writing frames. People ask me about having difficulty signing a check or signing a name on something. These little cards, you can put over where the signature block is, and you just remain within them. If you're trying to write a letter, you put the paper in one of these pads, and that will help you stay within the lines. This is the slightly larger one. So these things are all very helpful for you in your own homes. Any of you who have smartphones, smart televisions, smart tech, if you get in touch with the Macular Society and want some information on how to use them properly or some advice how to set them up, if you call the information line and the helpline of the Macular Society, the Macular Society have now got something called Connect by Tech. They will get someone to call you and actually help you set things up. The next thing is these little colored pegs, clothes pegs, very useful. How often have you gone out with odd shoes? Because they all look the same. If you put a clothes peg on each pair to keep them together, then you're not going to go out with odd shoes again. Similarly, if it's clothes, you want something that's going to match your trousers or your skirt, the blouse to match. If you put them both on a coat hanger together with a colored clothes peg, then you'll know they're going to match. So that is my simple presentation for today. I hope you've got some ideas there which may help make life easier for you, and that it will bring back some of your confidence and independence. Thank you very much.